It's really important to be responsive to the needs of our communities wherever we live. Over the last 5 years, Over the last 5 years, Manawa Ora has been quite active in communities of the Wellington region, raising awareness, normalising and promoting mirimiri and rongoā by taking it out to communities in need, as many of us here today do the same. Through our regular community clinics, Wellington, Rotorua, Rongoā, Mata, and most of it voluntary. We attend community events and expos, and we also really support our Pacifica communities in Wellington. We have the largest Tokelauan population in the country is actually in Wellington, and in Rotorua there's a large Pacifica community there, and that community is really in need of rongoa Māori, so it's taken us a couple of years to build trust, to get into those communities and start to make it accessible for them as well. We went to the recent Easter Tokelau tournament, which is the biggest Tokelauan event in the world. They have it in Wellington every couple of years. And now we see them actively coming to us and seeking mirimiri for themselves, which is great. Last year we were approached by Te Kupenga Hauora Ahuriri and Omahu Marae, which Vanessa's going to talk a little bit about later on as well, to take healing to their community there after Cyclone Gabrielle. It was a really easy decision for our team, as the community there had expressed their need for rongoā instead of Western therapies and counselling that they had been offered at that time. In 2022, we undertook a tour of Te Waipounamu with the intention to promote and raise awareness in communities where we knew there was limited access to rongoā Māori at that time. Things have changed since then, but this was, again, completely self-funded by ourselves, and all Kaimahi gave up their own time to do it. 10 practitioners over 18 days, 9 locations from Nelson to Invercargill, and 950 people treated in that time. So that's just, we're always looking for ways how to access and support our communities and normalise what we do. Last year we made the leap from working out of a house, which I've been doing for most of my life, I must admit, to commercial premises in Wellington. That's a risk. It was a risk that we needed to take as we're expanding and growing our team, and more people are looking to access our service, but it paid off. And now we're more centrally located and closer to the communities that we serve. But as a business owner, I have to ensure striking that balance between making what we do accessible and also paying the rent and paying wages and taking care of things that way without overshooting or running ourselves into the ground. So it's always a bit of a balancing act. Nowadays though, I like to think I'm working smarter, not harder. I employ some really clever people to do the stuff that I'm not great at or I don't like to do but needs to be done. I accept there's only certain hours in the day and I can't do everything myself. In order to grow the kaupapa and take it to the next level, I look to utilise the skills, ideas, perspectives and experience and networks of others, and also ensuring the voice of rongoā Māori is included in multiple important conversations and at decision-making tables, and that we're not left out. That's really important to do. In the last year, we have focused more on building strategic relationships and partnerships, always looking for ways to make what we do more accessible to whānau, and especially those who aren't on ACC. Here we've been talking about what we do for people on ACC, but there's a lot of our whānau that isn't on ACC. So one of the partnerships that we've recently stood up is MOU with Te Awakairangi Health Network, PHO. As far as I know, it's the first comprehensive direct partnership between a PHO and an independent rongoā rōpū. They're really getting behind our strategy to normalise rongoā in communities. The MOU includes fully funded referrals for Māori, Pacifica and low-income whānau in the hut, funded workshops to build understanding for PHO staff and wider networks of partners and clinicians about rongoā and how to refer, and community clinics and wānanga to support wellbeing for our whānau. So we'll be promoting and sharing the results of this partnership because it should be rolled out across Aotearoa. As Donna said, rongoā Māori is hot right now, so take advantage of the unique opportunity it presents in our communities for us. All practitioners should be resourced to grow rongoā PHOs should be falling over themselves looking to partner with us, and whānau everywhere should be able to access it. It's also important to find those champions of your kaupapa and really put them to work. So we all have champions, we all have whānau that work in government, health, education and community leaders who are constantly singing our praises behind our backs. So identify who those people are, put them to work for your kaupapa. At Manawa Ora, we do have relationships with other community organisations such as Māori health providers, social and community health providers, health agencies, PHOs, the IMPB, and other rongoa practitioners, funders and large employers, EAP, as Donna mentioned before, health sector membership bodies and tertiary institutions. For those of you who don't know, I am a fan of social media, specifically the one beginning with tick and ending in talk. More likes, shares and follows means building interest and engagement. People get to know who you are. Don't be afraid of social media, whānau. Rongoā Māori is coming out of the closet. Social media may not be everyone's cup of tea, but when used in the right way, we have found it a powerful tool to reach some of our most disconnected whānau, change attitudes, minds and hearts, and get messages out to the masses. We are entrepreneurs, we are business owners, communicators, networkers, healers and teachers. We are all of these things because we are Māori. I would like to acknowledge ACC for contributing to the growth of Rongoā Māori in Aotearoa and the recognition of rongoa in the health sector, ensuring there's ongoing support for whānau and most importantly, long-term sustainability for Rongoā Māori practitioners. Tēnā koutou katoa.